What is up, everyone? James Baek here, and welcome back to another episode of VGC 17 Backpack Battles. Today, we're still using Snow's team, who got top 4 at the 2017 Pokemon World Championship with this team of Nihilego, Tapu Koko, Salamence, Metagross, Buzzwole, and Gastrodon. So, if you want to check out the team or follow Snow on Twitter, you could definitely check out the QR code or the blog down below in the description. So, let's just get straight into it. But anyway, let me just say, if you haven't been following me on Twitch, I highly recommend doing so. I definitely do have some days out where I plan to do some daily streaming. And one of those days, Monday, which is today, you might have caught my stream earlier on today if you have followed my Twitch channel. But if you haven't already given that a follow, I highly recommend doing so. I will be streaming at least 2 times a week. Monday and Thursdays are the days I have pretty much guaranteed plan. I think I don't know about like other days. I might try a weekend, one of the weekend days. I'm not exactly sure, but Mondays and Thursdays are pretty much the days that I feel like I had the best time to record or stream at. So if you want to go hit up my stream with a follow, I highly recommend doing so. Anyway, that's that message. I'll also be streaming Pokémon Tournament DX when it comes out, as well as, you know, standard VGC stuff, as well as viewer battles. I don't know my entire schedule yet. I'll probably figure it out as I go. And if you can't tell, I'm still a bit sick, so I do apologize for that. I still don't feel 100%, and I have definitely played a few games, and it shows. It shows. Like, it actually shows. We find Osirus, from Australia, 1698 rating. Osirus, what was it? He got I know he got top 8 at 2014 Worlds at least. I believe that is the correct date and number. I think he got 7. I'm not exactly sure. But he does run his own YouTube channel, so if you want to go check that out, I'll definitely link it down below. We're seeing the team of Tapu Lele, Arcanine, Celesteela, the Ninetales, Circuitry, and Garchomp. So it looks like Sam Pendelis' team with Celesteela over Mandibuzz, which is definitely interesting. Well, that's kind of good because I don't think this team has a really good Mandibuzz answer, but Celesteela is still an annoying Pokemon to deal with. Although I feel like it's much easier to deal with on this team. I could probably just lead like Salamence, Metagross. I feel like it seems like a very solid lead. If it's it depends on what item the Ninetales is. If it's a Sash or if it's the Lyclay variant. Because if it's Sash, it's a lot harder. But if it's like Lyclay, it's a million times easier to deal with. So I feel like I actually do want to lead just Salamence Metagross, which is just very strong against my opponent's team. Definitely have the Tapu Koko in the back. Tapu Koko definitely does do well. And what do I want as my last one? I'm actually not completely sure. Buzzwole could do some work. I think Buzzwole is the Pokemon I want to bring. I'm not sure if it let me choose my Mons, but I'm hoping it did because I had Buzzwole selected. I ran out of time there, so let's see how this is gonna go. I'm not exactly too sure about how this is gonna play because, yeah. So I wanted Buzzwole just because of the fact it can switch into Garchomp, but I was thinking about Gastrodon because it could switch into Arcanine. Ninetales Circuitry is gonna be set up here, and that looks completely fine to me because I could just go for a Bulldoze Bullet Punch turn 1, unless Blizzard Thunderbolt comes out. I wonder if it's Gigavolt Havoc on the Circuitry. I mean, I would assume it's not, to be honest. I feel like it would be the bulky berry set just because I feel like that's the best set you can run with a Royal potentially. I don't think Ninetales stays into a Bullet Punch. Although my opponent really doesn't have a switch in. Although Celesteela is a very good switch in actually. So I think I'll just Bulldoze here and go for Zen Headbutt, because I think my opponent's going to expect me just to Bullet Punch the Ninetales, and I think Celesteela is a Pokemon you bring, so I think that's what my opponent's going to do. Of course, if Ninetales just goes for Blizzard, because maybe it's a Focus Sash variant, this could be a bad play, but I think I'm going to make a bit of a hard, aggressive return 1. Circuitry could protect here, that's definitely a factor that could happen, but let's see. Ninetales is going to withdraw, I think this is Celesteela. Yep, so I caught that. Let's see what the Circuitry goes for, if it goes for Tail Glow or if it goes for... it's a Protect. Okay, so didn't exactly get the... Well, I got like one of the reads right. I just didn't know Circuitry would just Protect or go for maybe a Tail Glow or a T-Bolt into my Metagross, just try to get the chip it needs. But, okay. So I do get my Metagross boosted, which is pretty good here. And I could just Bulldoze the Circuitry next turn, I feel like. I could definitely Bulldoze the Circuitry next turn, which is what I'm thinking. I could just protect Bulldoze because it catches anything on the switch in, and I'll be able to do a massive amount of damage no matter what. The hail damage is annoying because it puts my Metagross closer and closer into range of 2 Flamethrowers, so that is a bit annoying. It's leftover Celesteela, so we do get to confirm that. Tapu Koko is definitely looking like a solid play as a switch in later. I'll just Bulldoze here and I'll protect. There's no reason for me not to. This endgame is going to be a bit interesting. It depends on what Pokemon he has in the bag. Garchomp's definitely a big threat to my team. I wouldn't like Salamance's damage here. Heavy Slam plus Thunderbolt's going to do a lot. It shouldn't pick up a knockout on Salamence by any means necessary. Yet it's definitely going to make it a bit more difficult here. I do want to go for the Bulldoze because if I get to catch Garchomp on the switch in, or Ninetales, pretty much anything really doesn't appreciate a Bulldoze coming in, and I'll be able to outspeed the Circuitry, which is pretty crucial in my opinion. So let's see what my opponent goes for. Could be a Leech Seed, could be a double attack in the Metagross, could be I think you would double up the Salamence, so I think the Metagross Protect is a bit obvious, but let's see what my opponent goes for, and I'm hoping Metagross is faster than the Circuitry. We do get the Bulldoze off. We're faster than the Circuitry, yeah, because the Salamence was like extremely fast, even though Sam's was timid. But get the Bulldoze off, so that's some nice chip onto the Circuitry, definitely in range of the +2 Zen Headbutt. As T-Bolt's going to come out into the Metagross, are we going to see Flamethrower or Leech Seed? It's going to be a double up into Metagross, which is pretty much the most ideal turn I could have asked for, because my opponent doubled up into Metagross. Salamence gets to be kept healthy for the Garchomp, because a Rock Slide could be annoying if it gets a chance to set up. And now I think, yeah, we confirmed that Metagross is faster than Circuitry after the damage is taken. So now I could bring out my Tapu Koko and just Zen Headbutt to Circuitry. And the worst case scenario is like Heavy Slam crits my Koko coming in, or crits or burns Flamethrower. I don't know if Circuitry protects or not. I could definitely see it protecting. I could see it just going for Thunderbolt right here. But I'm going to bring in my Tapu Koko because I need to start threatening the Celesteela, getting rid of it, because it is a very threatening Pokemon to my team. I actually didn't check what my last Pokemon was. Circuitry's just going to protect here, which is completely fine. And let's see, Zen Headbutt goes into that. The Flamethrower's going to come out. Okay, it's just Leech Seed actually, which I don't mind because that's actually less damage. I do not mind that at all. As I'll go for Gigavolt Havoc into Celesteela, because Gigavolt Havoc, I don't care if my opponent switches in Garchomp, because unless Circuitry gets a double protect, I should be getting a KO here. At least one KO. Of course I can miss, but yeah, let's not talk about missing right here. And I think Zen Headbutt plus, I mean, the Gigavolt Havoc damage through protect on Celesteela plus a Thunderbolt, even after recovery, I should be able to knock it out. If not, I could always double up with like Hammer Arm or something. So I feel like it's the best play possible right here. So I'll go for the turn 1 Gigavolt Havoc, which, you know, might not seem ideal, but I am going to be playing a bit more aggressive here since I do have the opportunity to, and if I can get rid of Celesteela, that's a big mon out of the way. That's an absolutely big mon I could get rid of right out of the way. So I will go for it. That Celesteela does protect, which is completely fine. I could have just went for Thunderbolt to scout, but I didn't want to take a Flamethrower, to be honest. And Gigavolt Havoc's still going to do a decent amount of damage. This is Electric Terrain boosted, and Celesteela doesn't have a Beast Boost to Special Defense yet, if it is the Special Defense one. So Gigavolt Havoc will come out into the Celesteela. Let's see how much it's going to do. I would assume it does at least 40% through the... I would assume 40%, but let's see. Through the Protect. Yeah, about 40%. 45 actually. Please connect Zen Headbutt. Okay, nice. That's pretty ideal here. So I get rid of the Circuitry, which is very crucial. Ninetales is in range of Gleam plus Bullet Punch, and if it's Garchomp in the back, it's vulnerable to Gleam plus Bullet Punch, I feel like. And I could always just Volt Switch out into the Celesteela. So no matter what, this is looking extremely good here for me. As let's see what Osirus is going to bring out next. Let's see, Garchomp or Ninetales. I would imagine Garchomp. I think you have to hope you could live a Bullet Punch plus Dazzling Gleam potentially. Oh, we'll see here though. Wonder what my opponent goes for though. Garchomp I would assume Garchomp beats the last Pokemon. If it's Lele, that's a bit interesting. Yet I don't feel too bad. Ninetales is gonna come out. I could Bullet Punch it. I can go for T-Bolt. Yeah, I don't see a reason not to. Or I could Gleam here. I kind of want to Gleam because I expect Celesteela to switch out to Garchomp, to be completely honest. Celesteela can't knock out my Tapu Koko yet, which is good. I do want to Gleam Bullet Punch bad here, because I don't want Garchomp to get a free switch in, so yeah, I'll just Bullet Punch plus Gleam. Celesteela is going to withdraw, so I think this is going to be the Garchomp. Yep, okay, I do catch that correctly. Let's see if Ninetales protects or not. I definitely do understand why my opponent made that play. Bullet Punch is going to come out into the Ninetales, as it's not the Sash variant. So this is going to be a single target Dazzling Gleam, and with the Hail plus a Bullet Punch. Actually, I don't know if Hail's still up, but I do get the Dazzling Gleam off, and oh my lord, that did nothing. That has to be Assault Vest on the Garchomp. Ooh, the Leech Seed, I forgot. Yeah, so that Garchomp's going to be healing. That Garchomp's going to be healing. Okay. That's fine. Celesteela should be coming back in. I just have to save my Tapu Koko, so what I'll do is just Bullet Punch the Garchomp. And I guess I'll go out into Buzzwole, because I'm pretty sure Leech Seed should be coming out in Earthquake. He could Protect, which I could definitely see here. I don't think Bullet Punch plus Gleam KOs Garchomp. It might have if the Leech Seed wasn't a factor, but I definitely think that should be AV Garchomp. I don't think there's like any possible way that what if it's max special defense? I mean, it's still not a big factor, to be honest, because one, I get Buzzwole in. Unless my opponent goes for Flamethrower, it's still pretty good, and I don't even really mind Buzzwole taking so much damage here. I just need to get rid of the Garchomp so my Tapu Koko can win the game. Tapu Koko next to either Buzzwole or my Salamence should just be able to finish off this game. So I just have to avoid playing as sloppy as possible. So go out into Buzzwole here on, I would assume, an Earthquake. I would assume the Earthquake, yeah. I mean, that Dazzling Gleam did nothing, and Dazzling Gleam single target should have done a lot. Oh, Dazzling Gleam might have actually picked up the knot. No, I don't think. That's really close. I can't really tell. Earthquake's going to come out, which, you know, is to be expected here. So that's actually really good because my opponent doesn't get any recovery, which is really good for my team. As, let's see, Leech Seed, Heavy Slam, Flamethrower, I could see any of them coming out right here. It's going to be the Leech Seed, which is to be expected. So Buzzwole going to be taking a little bit of the seeds, but I can go out into my Salamence now and just click Flamethrower into the Celesteela. Yeah, because I never go into my Tapu Koko in case my opponent does have the Tectonic Rage set and crits through Protect. So I always go into Salamence here. Always. So we go into Salamence here, get the Intimidate off, which is, you know, really good. Salamence actually might be able to outspeed the Garchomp, since this looks like a very slow Garchomp, I want to say. But I could also, if I predict that, I could go for a Draco and switch out to avoid taking a Leech Seed. But I feel like that's not worth it in case this is like some kind of fast Garchomp that, you know, is AV, which could definitely be. So I think Flamethrower is the best play on the Celesteela. And the Leech Seed's going to be annoying. It is fast Garchomp, so Rock Slide's going to come out, which, as long as it doesn't flinch my Buzzwole, I'm completely okay with this. We get the Flamethrower off. Maybe I should have doubled into Garchomp, but I kind of want chip damage on the Celesteela because of the fact that Leech Seed is going to be healing it. Nice, we don't get flinched. Ice Punch into the Garchomp will be able to pick up the knockout, and Beast Boost will be able to activate, getting an attack boost, which is really good here. And let's see what my opponent's going to go for. Probably Leech Seed into Immense. I could see Heavy Slam. Just Leech Seed, okay. Okay, now I guess the question is, do I try to reset the Leech Seed? I mean, Flamethrower's doing a lot. I wonder if that's physically or especially bulky. Let me see, how many turns of Electric Terrain I think is going to be the crucial question to how I want to play this. Leech Seed is a bit annoying, but, you know, Tapu Koko does win the game. We do have the Intimidate on Celesteela, so unless it crits Heavy Slam. And Electric Terrain disappears from the battlefield, so I have no problem resetting Koko right here and just going for a superpower, I feel like. Just because the fact that I feel like this is the best possible play. If there was one more turn of Electric Terrain, which was this turn, I wouldn't have felt as comfortable switching in because I felt like maybe Celesteela could actually 1v3. without the electric terrain up. But then again, I guess I could have just went for Volt Switch into Salamence again. So no matter what, I guess Coco's a fine play here. And Super Power is going to be doing a lot of damage to Celesteela, who stays in to attack. So I'm not sure what you're going for. But the +1 Super Power actually just able to blow away the Celesteela. And that would be a good game. So definitely good game to Osirus. I feel like the turn 1 was pretty huge. And well, turn 1 and turn 2, I feel like. I knew that the Celesteela wasn't the Ninetales probably wouldn't stay into a Bullet Punch, especially if it's the Light Clay variant, which, you know, we revealed it was in the Focus Sash, so you would have to assume it was a Light Clay variant. So Celesteela was definitely the play there, in my opinion. And then it was like a 50-50 whether Xurkitree just wanted to get the Thunderbolt damage into Metagross to put in like Earthquake range, or if you would just protect, maybe Tail Glow if you really want to make a risky play, although I don't think you go for the Tail Glow there in that situation. But yeah, and then turn 2, like the double up into Metagross was huge. If Lee went for the double up into Mence, that could have been really bad, because I would have probably had to sack Mence later in the game, and I would have been vulnerable to a Rock Slide flinch from the Garchomp on my Buzzwole, because Salamence would have gone down to the Rock Slide if my opponent went for a Thunderbolt plus Heavy Slime into Salamence turn 2, because I would have already been weakened. So yeah, it would have definitely been interesting to see how that played out, but definitely a good game to Lee. If you want to go check out his YouTube channel, I will link it down in the description down below, as we will play, I think, one more game. That was a pretty long game, 16 minutes. That was definitely a long game. Let's see if we can pick up a win for the next one, though. I'm definitely content about how I played that one, though. Luckily, we got Buzzwole. We definitely got lucky by getting Buzzwole. If we brought Gastrodon, it might have actually been pretty annoying, because the fact we couldn't get the flamethrower damage on the Celesteela, we couldn't knock out the Garchomp because it's AV. Yeah, that could have been very scary. Although I wonder what the Z move was. We didn't see a Z move come out from my opponent, so at least I don't think we did. It could have been Tapu Lele, maybe switching Tapu Lele to Psychium Z. I don't know. It could have been Electrium Xurkitree potentially, I guess. Yeah, so we get Axel CXS. We faced this opponent before, I believe. Or at least I have. But I don't recognize the team. Butterfree, Goodra, Xurkitree, Tapu Lele, Metagross, and Gastrodon. Gyarados. They all start with a G. Yes, they all start with a G. What do I want to do here? This is definitely an interesting game, I feel like. Position-wise, he doesn't exactly have much for Tapu Koko, except if it's Scarf Butterfree, that's going to be annoying to deal with. If it's Scarf Butterfree, that's annoying. Let's see, Pokemon Tapu Koko is definitely looking good. Metagross is definitely looking good. Gastrodon might be looking good, question mark. Nihilego's okay here, except I don't really like Nihilego in this matchup. I think I want to bring... Okay, Tapu Koko, Metagross. I think Salamence comes in because Intimidate's pretty good. And Draco Meteor. I think Buzzwole is my Pokemon in the back I want. I think I'll leave Tapu Koko, Metagross actually with Salamence, Buzzwole in the back. The reason I want to go with this is because I want Buzzwole to hit the Goodra really hard, because the Z... Well, it's going to be interesting because there are 2 Z-move targets I want to use. All-out pummeling on the Goodra will probably pick up the knockout, which would be fantastic for me because Goodra is a pretty big threat to my team. Or I could go for the Gigavolt Havoc into Metagross, which is also a big threat to my team. So it's definitely going to be interesting of how I really want to play this, like who I want to use the Z-move on. Let's see here. It's Butterfree and Xurkitree leading. This is going to be a pain. Especially since I don't have a good switch in. I don't have a good switch in, so... Volt Switch is okay here into Butterfree, I feel like. I need Metagross. Gigavolt Havoc. Maybe I let 2 weeks to Xurkitree because I feel like... Yeah, this team does have a bit hard time against Xurkitree. But it depends on what set, I guess. If I had Gastrodon, it wouldn't be too bad of a situation yet. Now I have set up the Electric Terrain, which, if it's the Gigavolt Havoc set, which I could definitely see, I don't think it really matters here. Xurkitree's going to protect. Is that Tailwind coming out? I should have just Bullet Punch Volt Switch then. Should have just Bullet Punch Volt Switch. We do get the Volt Switch off into the Butterfree, so Butterfree is going to probably be brought down to Focus Sash, yep. which is very common. I don't know what's going for. You can't Sleep Powder. You shouldn't go for Sleep Powder here. I'm going to bring out Salamence. You should never Sleep Powder my Coco slot, ever. You really never should. A Tailwind, I'm guessing, is to play here, since you didn't go for Rage Powder. Yeah, Butterfree gets Tailwind. Yeah, okay. So that makes more sense. Probably a Rage Powder next turn, I'm guessing? Question mark? I don't know, this is still confusing of a game. I wasted my Protect here, though. Bullet Punch would have been great turn 1, except I wasn't really expecting the Xurkitree to Protect. I'm just gonna Bullet Punch the Butterfree, because, yeah, Rage Power is pretty obvious here. And I don't know what this Xurkitree is gonna do. Gigavolt there's like, okay, if you Gigavolt Havoc my Mence, that's really bad, because you get the Beast Boost and you're in Electric Terrain. I don't think I can stop this monster. I actually don't think I can stop this monster. No, it's Tail Glow. Okay, that's a lot easier to deal with. Unless you're Z Gigavolt Havoc still. That's still hard to deal with. We get Bulldoze off, so if we can stall out some turns, or put this Xurkitree into range where Gleam can KO for my Coco or Gigavolt Havoc. I think maybe I have to target on the Xurkitree soon. Like, Xurkitree is just such a big threat, man. The Speed Falls on the Xurkitree. Let's see what's coming out, though. I doubt Tapu Lele comes out. He brought out Tapu Lele. I'll switch into Coco and Bullet Punch. I don't think I have a reason not to. I don't know what my opponent's going for, but I will definitely go out on the Coco here and just Bullet Punch the Tapu Lele slot. That's one turn of Tailwind down, two to go. Yeah, I'll Bullet Punch the Lele here. Let's see if Lele protects or not. I could definitely see the protect from Lele, which would be really bad in my case, but if I had the chance to get rid of Lele, I will go for it now. I will definitely go for it now. Nice. And no protect, no berry. It looks like I'll be able to pick the knockout on Lele for free. So that is a huge threat out of the way, and I'm really glad I was able to get rid of that Lele. So let's see. Gleam. No, it's just T-Bolt into the Metagross slot. And I think I am completely okay with that because Metagross did his job. Got rid of the Lele. I already got rid of the Butterfree, so this is looking really good here for me. I think I'm going to go into Buzzwole and stall out this last turn Tailwind by double protecting. Gyarados is going to be my opponent's last Pokemon, which is actually kind of annoying, to be honest. It is kind of annoying, but we do get Buzzwole in. I guess the question, like, you get a free Dragon Dance here. That's like the one thing that's annoying here. A free Dragon Dance could change the game. If you have Supersonic Sky Strike, that also changes the game. He definitely Gleams Dragon Dances here, and I can't stop that. And now I'm gonna have to. Okay, Gyarados is probably the Z move, so I'm gonna have to predict. Some things. So let's see here. It is the Dragon Dance coming out, and I'm assuming it's the Gigavolt Havoc. I mean, not Gigavolt Havoc. The Gleam here. Like, I wouldn't assume anything otherwise. T-Bolt and a Coco. Okay, I could have been in a really good position just to... Okay, so that's annoying because now I'm playing mind games of a 50-50. I don't know, it's not 50-50. Could be Tectonic Rage, could be Hydro Vortex, could be Supersonic Sky Strike. I can see Supersonic Sky Strike, which is why I'm thinking of just going for T-Bolt into Gyarados and just switching on to Mence because Intimidate will allow Coco to live one Waterfall. If Gyarados protects here, that's really bad here, but I'm hoping you just attack here. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going for at this point. I feel like I do get Intimidate off. Let's see. Just going for regular bounce. Oh, so you get to... Oh, that's brilliant, actually. Actually, is it? So Thunderbolt into Coco. Okay. So you get rid of my Coco. Yeah, you get rid of my Coco yet. I think I'm still in this game, actually. I'm actually surprised my opponent didn't go for a Supersonic Sky Strike there. That could have been really deadly. Okay. I get my Buzzwole in. I get to go for a all-out pummeling into the Xurkitree. And I will go for... What's my strongest move? Do I go for Flamethrower Burn? Or do I just go for Dragon Tail for damage? Because I don't want to go for Draco. I think Flamethrower Burn is the play. Unless you bounce the Coco slot. Oh, what if my opponent bounced the... Okay, so you're going to protect Xurkitree, which makes sense. Bounce is going to come out, target down. The Salaman slot, yep, that does so much. Oh, and you get the para. I think that's game then. Flamethrower comes out into the Gyarados. Unless we get a burn yet. I don't think a burn is going to change. Yeah. Maybe if we crit through Protect, we can make it. That's so annoying though. The para makes it so I don't think I can win either way. Because I did have a chance of winning even through this Protect if the para didn't happen. The reason how I get it is because one, this all-out pummeling shouldn't put Circuitry in the range of Barry. If it does, that's kind of depressing, but I don't think it should. Yeah, it doesn't. But I needed Salamence not to get paralyzed so I could not outspeed the Circuitry and pick up the knockout. So I'm going to protect Buzzwole here and just Draco the Circuitry. This is so bad. This is going downhill really fast. Let's see. Let's see if Buzzwole can live a Supersonic Sky Strike through the Protect. I mean, this is a neutral, so... well, this is neutral. It's 4 times effective. Buzzwole does have pretty good defense. This is Gyarados, 125 attack. Let's see here. Like, the way I could have won is by Draco critting the Gyarados, but I don't think I'm going to outspeed the Circuitry now, even though the Circuitry is at +1. Let's see. I don't... Maybe Buzzwole. I think maybe Buzzwole could live. Yeah, Buzzwole can live. No. Yeah. And that absolutely sucks because a Waterfall is not going to KO Buzzwole. And yeah, Waterfall wouldn't be able to knock out Buzzwole. Draco Meteor should be able to knock out that Circuitry since it's not AV. And I'm pretty sure Draco Meteor would pick up the knockout. So that stinks. And then I could have got at least one, you know, Poison Jab. Yeah, one Poison Jab. I don't go for Ice Punch there. And, you know, Draco Meteor plus Ice Punch plus another Draco Meteor might have actually been able to knock out that Gyarados. So that is kind of upsetting, not gonna lie, but oh well, that's Pokemon, what can we do here? Or maybe I go for the fact that my opponent could choke, although you should always Waterfall here. You should always Waterfall here. I guess I'm going for the choke. That my opponent bounces, okay. So I'm actually still in this, yeah, this... Maybe I should have went for a Poison Jab crit, because now Waterfall can KO me. I will be able to knock out the Circuitry, which is good, but my defense falls. I might be able to live one Waterfall though, and if I can crit Poison Jab, maybe I'm still in this game. But yeah, that's that's kind of annoying. I'll just protect here. I'll just protect. And I'm pretty sure Dragon Tail would have done a decent amount to the Gyarados anyway, since it's not intimidated and it's stabbed, so yeah, like Dragon Tail into -2 Draco would have actually done a decent amount. This Poison Jab should do a decent amount. Waterfall should be coming out here. Yeah, like you'd be crazy not to, and I'm hoping I live and I can crit. But nope, Superpower just put me in range, and that's going to be the game. So, a little bit unfortunate. I think I made the plays that I needed to. The bounce para, I don't know what the chances is that. I think it's 20. It might be 20 or 30, but a little bit unfortunate. But I hope that everyone did enjoy today's episode. If you did, please leave a like down below. It really does show your support. As well as you can check out the rest of my stuff down below. You can always check out Snow's stuff down below, as well as Osirus' YouTube channel. I'll link his YouTube and Twitter down below in the description. Otherwise, I think that's it for me. Have a nice day, people. Hopefully you're not as sick as I am right now. But yeah, hope you have a good day, and I'll see you around in another video.